Hello everyone, I am teacher Li Wendy. Today, we will learn together about the motor development and learning support for children aged 3 to 6. Today's content is mainly divided into 4 parts. Now let us enter the first part, the important significance of young children's motor development. Next, we will deeply explore the important significance of motor development from 3 dimensions. First, let's look at how motor development promotes cognitive enhancement. In this aspect of hand-eye coordination, aiding learning everyone, please look at the example on the screen. When a child is playing with a puzzle, they need to carefully observe the shape, color, and size of the graphics with their eyes, and then try to assemble them with their hands. In this process, visual information and hand movements are constantly coordinated and matched. The brain learns precise control through continuous adjustment in terms of spatial perception and logical thinking development. When a child builds with blocks, they need to consider the placement angle and sequence of the blocks. Therefore, we should not underestimate these seemingly simple play activities. They are all important carriers for children's cognitive development. Next, let's talk about how motor development promotes the cultivation of social skills. When children are engaged in various group activities, they not only exercise their bodies, more importantly, they learn how to interact with others. In terms of rule awareness and self-discipline, when children participate in rope skipping competitions, they need to follow the game rules, jump rope to the rhythm, take turns, no cutting in line, etc. In the process of following rules, children gradually understand the importance of social order and learn self-restraint and self-discipline. In terms of teamwork and communication, in group activities, children need to negotiate, cooperate, and share with peers. Through these activities, children not only exercise their bodies, but also cultivate team spirit and social skills, laying a good foundation for future school life and social adaptation. Finally, let's discuss the important significance of motor development for physical health. In terms of improving physical fitness, activities like running, jumping, and climbing can comprehensively exercise young children's muscle strength and flexibility. In terms of disease prevention and mental health promotion, regular physical activity can effectively prevent childhood obesity and enhance physical fitness. More importantly, exercise can promote the brain's secretion of endorphins, making children feel happy and satisfied. In outdoor activities, children are exposed to sunlight and fresh air, promoting vitamin D synthesis, which is beneficial for bone development. At the same time, exercise can also help children release stress and alleviate anxiety, promoting mental health development. After understanding the significant role of motor development, let's proceed to Part 2, Analysis of Motor Development Characteristics in 3 to 6-year-olds. First, let's look at the gross motor development characteristics of 3 to 4-year-olds. In terms of walking and climbing stairs, children of this age can already walk naturally, but there may still be room for improvement in speed and stability. Parents and teachers should give ample time, avoid rushing, and let children practice at their own pace. In terms of simple jumping, 3 to 4-year-olds can perform simple jumping actions, such as jumping in place, jumping forward, etc. But, as can be seen from the pictures on the screen, their jumping distance and height are still relatively limited, and their movement coordination is not yet fully developed. This is a normal part of the developmental process. We need to provide a safe practice environment and encourage children to try more. The key points for this stage are: provide ample space for activities, encourage children to try boldly while ensuring a safe environment. Next, let's look at the fine motor development characteristics of 3 to 4-year-olds. In terms of initial attempts at self-care, children of this age begin to show a strong desire for independence. We must be patient and give children opportunities to practice. In terms of the initiation of hand-fine motor skills, the hands of 3 to 4-year-olds begin to be capable of more precise movements. They can build simple block towers, string large beads, attempt paper folding, and knead Play-Doh. At this stage, we should provide more hands-on opportunities, allowing children to naturally develop their hand-fine motor skills through play. By age 4 to 5, children's gross motor skills show significant progress. In terms of the enhancement of diverse movement abilities, children at this stage have mastered basic walking, running, and jumping, and begin to attempt more varied forms of movement. These diverse movements promote the further development of large muscle groups and enhance overall body control. In terms of balance development, the balance ability of 4 to 5-year-olds undergoes a qualitative leap. They can walk forward, heel to toe, along a straight line as shown on the screen. At the same time, they can independently play on equipment requiring balance, like seesaws and slides, demonstrating more confidence and proficiency in controlling their body balance. The key point for this stage is provide more challenging balance activities, allowing children to challenge their limits within a safe range. The fine motor skills of 4 to 5-year-olds also show significant progress. In terms of enhanced self-care ability, children at this stage show a clear improvement in their ability to care for themselves. In terms of fine motor skill enhancement, the hand control of 4 to 5-year-olds becomes more precise and flexible. At this stage, we should continue to provide ample hands-on opportunities while appropriately increasing the difficulty to promote the further development of fine motor skills. By age 5 to 6, children's gross motor skills are largely mature. In terms of agile movement performance, children at this stage demonstrate outstanding agility. In terms of mastering complex skills, 5 to 6-year-olds begin to acquire more complex motor skills. The key points for this stage are: provide diverse sports equipment and activity content to meet children's need for challenge while ensuring safety. The fine motor skills of 5 to 6-year-old children are already quite well developed. In terms of participation in household chores, children at this stage can participate in more practical household tasks. In terms of the improvement in writing and drawing abilities, the writing and drawing skills of 5 to 6-year-olds have made a qualitative leap. The development of these abilities prepares them for a smooth transition into primary school learning. At this stage, we should encourage children to participate more in practical life activities while providing appropriate guidance to help them master these skills better. Having understood the characteristics of motor development in young children at different ages, let's move on to Part 3, Learning Support Strategies and Methods. Next, starting from developmental goals, we will share specific educational suggestions and practical support methods. First, let's talk about how to cultivate children's balance ability and movement coordination. In terms of diverse balance activities, we need to provide children with rich and varied opportunities for balance practice. In terms of encouraging coordinated movements, we should use activities like running, jumping, and traditional games to enhance children's movement coordination. Next, we discuss how to exercise children's strength and endurance. In terms of enriching physical activities, we should carry out diverse physical activities to cultivate children's habit of persistent exercise. In terms of integrating exercise into daily life, it is more important to incorporate exercise into everyday routines. The cultivation of strength and endurance is a gradual process. We must set appropriate activity intensity based on the child's actual condition and avoid overtraining. Now let's focus on how to promote the flexibility and coordination of children's hand movements. In terms of creating opportunities for art activities, we need to provide children with ample opportunities for art activities. In terms of guiding participation in life and household chores, we should guide children to actively participate in self-care and household chores. The development of hand-fine motor skills requires a lot of practice opportunities. We must create various conditions for children to use their hands. Next, let's look specifically at how to use toys and games to promote children's motor development. In terms of developing walking movements, push carts are excellent tools. Children pushing a cart while walking can not only practice correct walking posture, but also improve balance and leg strength. For developing jumping movements, dance mats and trampolines are excellent choices. These toys can exercise children's bouncing ability and sense of rhythm. For developing balance movements, tricycles and balance beams can effectively exercise children's balance and coordination. For developing crawling, climbing and scrambling movements, toys like tents and swings can provide opportunities for children to crawl, climb, and scramble, strengthening tendon strength and movement coordination. For developing throwing movements, basketball throwing games can enhance hand-eye coordination and spatial perception, and are also great parent-child interactive activities. Now let's look at toys and games that promote the development of fine motor skills. In terms of fine motor toys, building blocks and puzzles are the most classic fine motor training toys. In terms of sand and water, play natural materials like sand, water, and mud are excellent tools for promoting fine motor development. When children handle these materials, they need to use their fingers for fine movements like grasping, pinching, digging, and pouring. These are natural exercises conducted joyfully. Having understood the specific support strategies, let's enter the final part: home kindergarten collaboration, supporting children's motor growth. Next, we will explore how to achieve effective home kindergarten co-education from aspects such as family guidance and home kindergarten cooperation. First, let's look at how to guide children's motor development in daily activities. In terms of cultivating self-care skills, parents should seize every opportunity in daily life to foster their child's self-care ability. In terms of participation in household chores, encourage children to participate in simple household tasks. The family is the child's most important learning environment. Every bit of daily life is an opportunity for motor development. Besides daily activities, parent-child game interactions are also an important way to promote motor development. In terms of conducting sports games, parents can organize family sports days and play various sports games with their children. In terms of conducting handicraft activities, handicrafts are an excellent way to exercise hand-fine motor skills. You can do simple crafts with your child, such as origami, paper cutting, pasting, etc. In terms of regular parent-teacher meetings, the kindergarten should hold them regularly, explaining the characteristics and patterns of young children's motor development to parents in detail. Through parent-teacher meetings, parents can learn about their child's performance in kindergarten, and teachers can learn about the child's situation at home, forming an educational synergy. In terms of daily communication and feedback, make full use of modern communication tools like phone calls and WeChat to maintain daily communication. Promptly share information about the child's performance and jointly monitor the progress of motor development. Besides, conducting practical cooperative activities is also an important way to achieve home kindergarten co-education. In terms of parent-child sports days, the kindergarten can regularly organize them. In terms of parent-volunteer activities, parents can be invited to participate in kindergarten activities as volunteers. This not only enriches educational resources, but also allows parents to gain a deeper understanding of the kindergarten's educational work. Everyone, that concludes today's content. Thank you for your attention and listening. In the next session, we will continue to learn about language development and learning support for 3 to 6-year-olds. Thank you, everyone.